The Caribbean, a region known for calm waters, warm coastlines, and a relaxed rhythm of life. But today, a different kind of movement is taking place. Quiet, deliberate, and strategic. Two major powers are adjusting their positions, the United States and Russia. And between them stands Venezuela, not by coincidence, but because the structure of global influence is shifting. For over 2 centuries, the United States viewed the Caribbean as its exclusive sphere of influence. This idea comes from the Monroe Doctrine. Foreign powers should stay out of the Western Hemisphere, but the world no longer follows 19th century rules. When NATO moved closer to Russia's borders in Eastern Europe and Ukraine, Moscow responded not with words, but with its own strategic presence. Now, Russia is extending cooperation and strategic support to Venezuela, near U.S. maritime and airspace. This is not a sudden escalation, it is a slow, cautious balancing of power. A message that influence is no longer one-sided. Russia's cooperation with Venezuela has moved into a more structured, strategic phase. The S-300VM air defense system has been restored to active readiness. It provides Venezuela with high-altitude coverage against aircraft and cruise missiles. Pantsir S-1 and Pantsir S-M systems protect lower flight levels. This is especially important against drones and precision-guided weapons. It closes the gaps that modern warfare often targets. There is also consideration of strengthening short-range defense with systems like TOR-M2KM. This is practical. Conflicts today frequently involve drones and electronic surveillance platforms. These steps do not signal aggression. They signal prevention and deterrence. They reduce the chance of sudden external intervention. However, the most notable development is the potential deployment of Oreshnik. Oreshnik is not a missile or a launcher. It is a command and targeting integration network. It connects radar, satellite data, drone surveillance, and electronic intelligence. It turns raw information into precise, usable targeting coordinates. If Oreshnik is active in Venezuela, the defensive posture becomes more reliable. Threats are detected earlier. Response is coordinated, not reactive. This changes calculations for any foreign military operating in the Caribbean. It does not shift dominance. It shifts the risk balance. The United States responded by moving the USS Gerald R. Ford Strike Group toward the Caribbean. What stands out is not the deployment itself. Carriers travel worldwide, but the pace. The carrier group is moving slowly. Slow means assessment. Slow means signaling, not confrontation. Slow means we are present, we are watching, but we are not escalating first. This approach reflects awareness of the situation's sensitivity. Russia, in turn, has responded calmly. There are no loud statements, no sudden demonstrations, just consistent, structured presence. Both sides appear to understand that stability depends on restraint. Russia's decisions here are not impulsive. They reflect broader strategic logic. Strengthening Venezuela increases regional stability for an allied government. It expands Russia's observational reach in a region close to U.S. influence. And it establishes a counterbalance to NATO activity near Russia's borders. This is not a pursuit of dominance. This is the creation of equilibrium. In geopolitics, equilibrium is often the factor that prevents tension from turning into open conflict. Deterrence works because both sides recognize the cost of escalation. Russia's support to Venezuela fits into this logic. Steady, calculated, and long-term. For Venezuela, this situation brings both advantages and responsibility. On the security side, stronger air defenses reduce the likelihood of sudden external intervention. This gives the government more stability at home. Diplomatically, Venezuela gains more leverage. With credible defense capability, negotiations with outside powers become more balanced. But Venezuela also moves into a careful position. Being at the intersection of great power competition requires prudent, measured policy. Missteps can carry consequences. For now, however, the benefits are clear: a more secure airspace and a stronger strategic posture. Does this situation involve risk? Yes, but it is controlled. As long as both sides understand the boundaries that cannot be crossed, direct conflict remains unlikely. However, small incidents can matter. A drone crossing a restricted zone, a misinterpreted radar signature, a diplomatic message delivered in the wrong tone. This is why caution is essential, and so far, both sides appear to be exercising it. The balance is delicate, but it is present. Countries across Latin America, Europe, and Asia are observing closely. They see not just a regional shift, but a global one. The world is moving away from a single dominant center of power. It is becoming more distributed. Influence is shared, negotiated, and sometimes contested. The situation in the Caribbean reflects this multipolar reality. This is not about one side winning. It is about learning how major powers coexist under new conditions. The Caribbean is no longer just a peaceful maritime region. It is now a strategic stage. Russia is strengthening a partner through measured, structured support. The United States is responding with presence and observation, and Venezuela stands at the intersection of risk and opportunity. The core of this situation is balance. As long as balance is preserved, stability is possible. The key is caution, dialogue, and understanding of boundaries. This video is produced for documentary and analytical purposes. Some visuals may be illustrative to support clarity. This content does not promote conflict or hostility. Its purpose is to provide informed perspective on current geopolitical dynamics. Thank you for watching.